Welcome fucking back. Oh yeah, YouTube doesn't like it when you drop curse words in the first like 30 seconds. That's why my intros are like a minute and a half long. No, I usually have those so I can copy the link to like social media and send them out to people and stuff. I text Ryan every day.
Nice.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jon. This is Jon Does.
I'm Pat.
Pat does.
Pat is back.
Pat doesn't.
Ratrick.
I'm gonna hold my mic. I'm holding my mic today.
All right.
I'm gonna just sit back like this.
Nice.
Ratrick. Yeah, I'm gonna actually scoot you in a little bit.
Yeah,
if that's cool.
It's a little bit better for the focus.
Yeah. And I'll scoot back a slight bit. So Pat's back today.
Indeed, I am.
Oh yeah, before we get going on stuff, I just want to remind people to check out wilddinosaur.com.
wilddinosaur.com. Get yourself some t-shirts, some art prints.
It's the best way to support this channel. Where's my tote bag? Here's my tote bag. I show you guys my tote bag all the time.
Hey, did you steal that from Linda from Sales?
I did steal it from Linda from Sales. She had her special things in there, and I took her special things and handed them to her and then took the bag.
You took her special things?
Yeah.
It's questionable.
I took her special things. Also, I just finished making my sticker packs. So I have 5 vinyl stickers in a little sticker pack available. Not through my store. You're going to have to direct message me to get these.
Slide into those DMs.
Slide into those DMs. Let's go, baby. Let's go. So, now that that's over and out of the way, Pat, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Doing okay.
You have a good
Just
weekend?
chilling. I did have a nice weekend. I picked up a sweet jacket.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Were we mall rats this weekend?
We did hit up the mall for the first time in a long time. And probably the last time in a long time as well.
I don't know. We talked about going maybe every other week.
Some exercise, if nothing else.
Yeah, do some laps around the mall. Ask for some Coke with no ice. Yeah, if you get it, you get it.
Classic throwback.
Classic. Yeah. So yesterday I talked a little bit about there was a Harley Quinn season 3 trailer. Did you get a chance to check it out?
I did check it out.
What'd you think?
I love that show so much. It's so much fun.
It's real great.
It's good. It's a good show. Fun times. Has a good message. I mean, good messaging in that show too.
Yeah. Looks like there's gonna be some a narrative with Poison Ivy, which, you know, I see this meme every once in a while that's like, all she wants to do is just like combat global warming. Why is she a villain? Which makes a lot of sense, you know. But
she's an eco-terrorist.
Yeah, she's an eco-terrorist, but it seems like this season will kind of get into that a little bit more of what her plans are, things that she's going to be up to. So, any other thoughts on the Harley Quinn show?
Harley Quinn, we got Nightwing coming in this season.
Harvey Guillen.
From What We Do in the
What We Do in the Shadows. Guillermo. He's great. I've seen him in some commercials that are pretty funny too.
Nice. Yeah, he's got that commercial look. He could easily be like a Jake from State Farm.
Guillermo from State Farm.
Jocko from State Farm.
Let's see. Oh, you were telling me about a book you were reading.
Oh, yeah. The rereading.
Rereading.
Yeah, I read this book a few years ago.
I got a graphic for you. Ready?
And it was one of the best books I've ever read. Yeah, The Library at Mount Char by Scott Hawkins. I enjoyed this book big time. It's kind of like one of those strange situations where you have a group of young individuals that are all raised by like one almost all-powerful being. I don't want to give away too much here, but
raised by wolves.
It's an amazing book. One of the best fantasy. If you're into fantasy, I highly suggest checking this out.
Well, I got some good news for you.
What's that?
I downloaded the audiobook.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I haven't started it yet, but on your recommendation, I will listen to it
It's worth it. It's so original, like just such unique characters and storytelling, and this guy did a phenomenal job. He's only written one novel as well.
Yeah, you told me this the other day that he's like
a computer programmer.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so this guy is
it's his life's work.
It is, and it's worth reading. Check it out.
What was it again?
The Library at Mount Char.
Cool. Yeah, so I have the graphic
Weird
here.
name, but it makes sense.
Raised by all-powerful wolves, says Ryan. Yeah, he was raised by Campion, I believe.
Oh man, shouts out to Campion, one of the craftiest 12-year-olds of all time.
We both watched Raised by Wolves on HBO. Ridley Scott produced. I think he directed like a couple episodes.
Yeah, he definitely directed
like the first two. I think.
Right, he directed the pilot and I believe the second episode too. That's an amazing looking show.
Yeah, I watched that show every week, and I was not sure what the hell I was watching, but I came back every week for it. It was great. Yeah, and
some more
original
sci-fi storytelling.
Yeah.
That's on HBO.
Maybe we should do an episode one day where we try to just like decode.
We should do an episode where you play father and I play mother.
Father. So Library at Mount Char.
Raised by Wolves.
Raised by Mount Char.
Great book.
Anything else you've been reading or listening to?
I've been reading a book about synthesizers called The Prophet of Silicon Valley. And it's about Dave Smith and Sequential Circuits, a company that began in the 70s, like one of the early synthesizer companies, especially being here on the West Coast. It's pretty cool. He started like by building an analog sequencer for a mini Moog that he had, and then slowly graduated into building, like, he had a digital sequencer that was more of a big seller, and then started making synthesizers of his own, including the seminal Prophet 5.
When did he invent the guitar?
I don't think he did.
I don't think he did.
But it's a great book if you're into synthesizers, or if you're just into technology in general. And just recently passed away, unfortunately, but did some amazing work in his lifetime, and it's certainly worth checking out. I've got one of his synths, the Pro 2 mono synth, that is just like, yeah, Ryan corrected me there, The Prophet of Silicon Valley. Great book.
Yeah, that's great.
So far. Yeah, a lot of greats.
How far are you into it?
I'm only like maybe 50 pages out of 250 or whatever it is. Yeah, so I still have a long way to go, but I have really been enjoying what I've been reading so far. And I know a little bit about the history myself just from other sources. Yeah, just from being a synth nerd. Yeah.
Nerd. Go
Thanks.
back to your keyboard.
Maybe I will.
I actually I watched two things last night. The first thing that I watched was a quick little 45-minute documentary on the electric guitar. It was on Paramount Plus. It's just called Electrified, and it's there's a couple of people that are like showcasing it. G.E. Smith.
G.E. Smith.
Yeah, from the Saturday Night Live band.
I'm not too familiar.
He was the lead guitar player for 20 years for the Saturday Night Live band. And he played with was it Bruce Springsteen? Bruce Springsteen? No, that was Max Weinberg. He played with somebody for a long time too. I can't remember. But yeah, he's like a vintage guitar collector and stuff, and they go from The Prophet from Silicon Valley. That looks good, says Ryan. Well, read it. Pat says read it.
Read
it or weep.
I missed the title, but
that's all good.
It's still worth it.
I liked watching my documentary. It was okay. It wasn't really too much new stuff. Oh, the reason I brought it up was because I always not confused, but in the synth world, you've got What's his name? I'm losing it already.
Bob Moog?
No.
Dave Smith?
Dave Smith, yeah. And then there's Paul Reed Smith, who makes guitars.
Yeah.
And he's actually in this electrified documentary.
He makes like custom guitars, right? Or,
he just makes a lot of guitars. G. Smith makes for a great interview. Natural born storyteller. Yeah. He's especially when he's got a guitar in his hand, he like can flow pretty seamlessly from like telling you something to like showing you Chicago blues versus Delta blues versus like the lap steel stuff like that. They do go through stuff like that and talk about like how pickups work. Basically just take a magnet and wrap wire around it.
There you go. It's like in that one documentary, It Might Get Loud. I remember you had that.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, where Jack White just makes like
he's got like a
little makeshift guitar.
Yeah, it's just like a 2x4 or something, and he nails like one or two strings on it, and then puts a pickup on it, and boom, there's your
guitar.
And then he plugs it in, and then boom, you got.
He has like a little slide guitar.
Yeah. Jack White is an interesting person. I've become, I don't know, less and less a fan of his music, but more and more a fan of him and the things that he's doing in the music industry.
He's still putting out quality material. Just may not be.
Well, I mean, he's putting out quality material. I just don't think it's necessarily the stuff that I'm into anymore.
Yeah, that's fine.
His guitar tones are updated. He's always doing weird stuff. And it is like updated White Stripes. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know. You guys listened to me do a full episode on the Mars Volta, so I'm more into that kind of stuff these days. I played guitar for a while today, by the way. Yeah, it's sounding pretty good.
Oh, it's a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, I played the old Jazz Master for a while. Then the other thing that I watched, I actually have a graphic for this. Where is it? This one. He's playing a Fender something or other now. Do you mean G. Smith? I think I usually see him with a Strat. Usually. Oh, you mean Jack White? Yeah, he's playing those Futura lines of guitars, I think. Yeah. I've seen him with some of those new Fenders, like a blue and white. I think they're the Futura models.
Those are an interesting shape.
Yeah. I actually kind of like them, but
yeah,
I
think they look pretty sweet.
I'm not gonna go get one. If anything, I'd have my sights set on SGs these days. But the movie that I watched after that was Willy's Wonderland.
No, I'm not familiar. No.
Yeah. So this is in the Nicolas Cage era of him just
doing whatever,
knocking out movies.
Yeah. What was that one that we watched that was just like out there? The one
Color
with
Out of
Brendan Meyer.
Space. Color Out of Space.
Yeah.
That one's weird. It's I remember coming away from that movie being like, I don't know if I like that or not. But I think I did like that movie just based on like the visual element of it. Like everything was super purple.
Yeah, it was. You're right. Unique color palette.
But Willy's Wonderland is it was right up my alley, dude. It was so good. Basically there's this like Chuck E. Cheese style like family restaurant that's been possessed by these like murderers, and so all of the animatronics are like murderers basically, and like there's like a conspiracy from the like town officials to like feed the monsters every once in a while, so
to keep him like at bay.
Yeah, and so like they put Nicolas Cage here, and like there's zero explanation on his character at all. Like not even at the end of the movie do they explain why he was there, but like he seems to know everything, and he's just fucking like a badass.
That's kind of like a throwback to Jack Burton in Big Trouble in Little China. Like he's just like,
Totally.
this is Jack Burton. It's like, okay, well, who is he? Okay, he's a trucker. But what else do we know about him? Not much. And everybody else that comes in that movie is just like, oh, here's this person. It's like, who the heck is this person?
So fucking good.
I love it.
If you're in a mood, I think oh, there was another movie I watched the other day. I didn't tell you about this, but I talked about it on the show yesterday. It's called The Princess. It's on Hulu. Joey King.
Okay.
It's garbage. It is hot fucking garbage. And it was
Wasn't expecting that.
Totally something I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch this because it's dumb.
Like some fantasy.
Yeah.
It's absolute trash.
A quick recap. The entire premise is like she's supposed to get married to Dominic Cooper. And she doesn't want to do it, and so she like says no, and he basically takes over the kingdom, and she has to escape this tower. So like the whole thing is kind of like, I don't know, like one of those action movies like The Raid or something like that, where it's just like her trying to get out of a tower like most of the movie. And somehow she's like just this, not somehow,
it's like a damsel in distress type of situation.
Yeah, and that's not the stuff that bothered me. It was just like a fucking bad movie. It was like bad dialogue. And another point that I made yesterday as well is like people complaining about like the feminism or the like SJW bullshit like clearly never lived through the 80s, where all movies were just like dudes that like had the worst testosterone issues and like we're just like, I'm gonna punch Russians, like,
yeah.
You know,
just like real life.
Well, 80s and 90s really. I mean, the 90s was like action movies changed a bit, but you still had that like dumb like white guy, like buff white guy saves the day. And I'm like, you know what, The Princess was a terrible movie, but if literally every Steven Seagal movie exists, then this movie totally has the right to be here. Like,
yeah,
I'm down. And I think I ended up saying like, make more movies like this too, even though I thought it was hot garbage. By the way, did you know this? Joey King's from Simi.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she has a British accent.
I kind of want to watch this now. You're actually making it sound really appealing.
I mean, go for it. It's one of I called it one of those like Saturday or Sunday afternoon movies. You know, that
sure.
You're just like, I don't care, just throw something on.
Dan and I my brother and I would call those Show Beyond movies, because we used to like get that channel, a bunch of different Showtime channels, and one of them was Show Beyond, and it was all just like thriller and like horror movies, but they were all like lower budget, and some of them were so bad, but they were so much fun to watch.
Yeah, I grew up watching all that shit.
Yeah.
Jack Burton lampooned the idea before it really caught on. Shitty 80s actions protagonist. Yeah, I mean,
that's actually one thing that I miss of like from physical video stores. You know, you could go in and just like, oh, this title, like this based on the cover, like this looks kind of cool. Yeah. And then you get home and watch it and it's total garbage. And you're like, oh, all right, well, you know, you win some and you lose some.
I'm thinking Ice Pirates.
Like I guess you can still kind of do that on like Amazon Prime Video. They've got a lot.
Dude, that's exactly what I brought up yesterday is when I was talking about The Princess, about how much like shitty fantasy stuff that I watch. And I was just like, Amazon Prime is like your fucking gold mine for that. Like you want to watch Ice Pirates or like Flash Gordon, or I mean even stuff that's worse than those. Like the CD list, like cult movies.
Hulu's
like,
got a lot too
on Amazon.
Hulu has a lot too, a lot of like newer stuff, the like sci-fi original type.
Yeah.
Which there's a threshold for me where like if they're going for humor, sometimes it's not the best. But yeah, I enjoy it more where you can just riff on it without the like intentional humor.
Sometimes when it's too self-aware, it's not funny anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It just ends up being bad.
But Willy's Wonderland, you should watch it. It's awesome.
And based on the cover alone, it looks amazing.
I mean, there's nothing like super amazing about it other than it's just
it's Chuck E. Cheese.
It's a dumb Nick Cage movie, and that's all you could ever ask for, really.
Rock-a-fire explosion goes on a killing spree.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, that's a great premise right there.
I mean, Rocket Fire Explosion saved my life. Their music saved my life. So yeah, check out Willy's Wonderland. I thought it was stupid and great. It was worth my time. It wasn't like something I came back being like,
I regret
hated
watching it. Yeah.
This is something I will die on this hill. Not all movies have to be a 1 or a 10. You can like you can really enjoy like a 3. You know, Rock and Roll High School was one of my favorite movies when I was in high school. It's not a good movie at all.
You were the only one watching that movie.
Well, that's
in our
because
high
it
school.
had come out like 30 years before.
That's
we
what
were
I
even
mean.
in high
That's part of it.
school, So, yeah. You got anything else you were watching?
I watched Shoresy. Finished that series.
Sorry, you watched what?
Shoresy. It's a
I'm not
spin-off
familiar.
from Letterkenny, which is a Canadian
Right. You did
comedy.
mention this.
Yeah. And this was a show about a hockey team, like a down-and-out hockey team.
Hacky team.
And the titular character,
What'd you
Shoresy.
say? Did you just say tit?
I said titular. Yeah, a great word, titular.
So you were enjoying that one?
I was.
Because I haven't watched any Letterkenny. I know you're one of many people that has told me I probably enjoy Letterkenny.
It's worth it for sure, but it's an investment. There are like 10 seasons. Each season's only about 6 episodes. Oh, thanks for tightening up that shot. Yeah,
I'm gonna scoot over a little bit.
all right, we're gonna get it all close.
Yeah.
Each episode is only about 25 minutes, and it's only 6 episodes per season, but there are like 10 seasons, and
Turn this a little bit.
And it's great though. It's a lot of inside. Of course, it's great. Like my go-to adjective. Yeah, but check it out. Letterkenny, and then the spin-off series Shoresy. He was one of the characters in a completely ridiculous, over-the-top character. Just like one of the biggest shit talkers hockey's ever seen. So
Luke Robotech.
He also has to take a dump before every game and in between every period. It's just one of his things. He's got a few of them.
Still going good over here. So far, no overheating. I might have. By the way, sorry to sidetrack.
Oh, it's okay.
I might have my old DSLR coming back to me. So that might help with the overheating issue.
I have one of them.
This one's a step up from that one.
Oh, nice.
It's that
ADD
ADD that I had, yeah. And so I think I might even have a power source for that too. So I might have figured out some of the camera problems. So I'm sorry for cutting you off because nobody cares about what cameras I'm fucking using.
Maybe they do. Maybe they care more about that than Letterkenny.
Well, we
don't know.
Let us know in the comments below. What do you want to hear? More Letterkenny, or you want to hear camera bullshit?
Ian says he was having some difficulty commenting on the live stream.
Ian?
Yeah.
He was here?
He said, I think so.
Today?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
What?
I had a message.
Oh, somebody on Instagram wants to send me a message too. Let's see. Is it another one of those like porn requests?
Yeah, I don't know if you can comment on your phone. That might.
I mean,
I think you can.
I think you can.
I want to say you can. I've done it before, I believe.
Hold on, I'm gonna read this out loud. This is hilarious. Good morning. Are you the place? Goblin Town. What the fuck? Meet the world's strangest NFT project.
It sounds better than some of the trash Gary Vee puts out.
Delete. I am not the place. I do have an NFT shop, but people don't really like NFTs much, as far as I can tell.
Again, your NFTs are quite a step up from some of the NFTs that I've seen.
Bored Ape? Shit. That's the peak of human existence right there. That's the peak of art. NFT, Bored Ape.
The only ape I care about is Hit Monkey.
Yeah. Oh man,
that's a great show. I would imagine that there's going to be a second season eventually.
I didn't look into that. There's a ton of stuff that I've watched that every once in a while I'm like, oh, I haven't heard about that in a while. I wonder if they're doing a second season.
Was Hit Monkey a Marvel property or?
Yeah, it's a Marvel property, and I think it was on Hulu.
Yeah, it was on Hulu for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they're doing more of that. That show was freaking awesome. But I had a thought the other day. It was actually yesterday, right before I went live. I was trying to. I was just kind of distracting myself right before I went on. And you know what I found myself looking up?
What's that?
American Gladiators. Where are they now?
What are they up to? What's Nitro up to? Is that one of his names? Nitro?
There was Nitro. There was Lace. There was, I think, Star. There was a couple of them. I didn't fully catch up with all of them, but oh man, imagine American Gladiators interviews on Jon Does.
That would be impressive. You do a whole series.
I know there was one of the gladiators in the first season only did the first season because she got injured. So maybe
that's too bad.
Yeah, maybe we find her and see what she's up to.
She's
remember, like, I'm podcasting these days. We're like, great.
When I was a kid, I was maybe 9 years old or something. My family took a trip to Orlando, Florida, and we went to one of those like dinner theater type of things, but it was American Gladiators.
Hell yeah.
I wanted to go to the medieval times.
I did medieval times in is it not in Anaheim?
It was around that area though, somewhere in Orange County, I believe.
Yeah, it's right down the street from Knott's Berry Farm.
Okay.
I did that once or twice when I was a kid.
How was that?
I enjoyed it. And I remember walking in and they had just like torture devices on the walls. Tell the people if this video gets 10 likes, you'll reach out to some American Gladiators. Ryan, weren't you an American Gladiator?
Dude, even if it's just over, just like a remote interview, that would still be amazing.
Oh yeah.
It'd be hilarious if they were here in your room, but
look, I still need to do some testings on how to do Zoom calls and stuff through Streamlabs.
All right.
I'm sure it's not very difficult, but I just haven't really had an opportunity to do some of that technical stuff. But I'm realizing it's just about 6:30, and I want to have time for us to
get to the main topic.
Get to the main topic, which is we're going to talk about one of our music videos that I directed. Pat helped me with both the track and the song, or the track and the video. And so we'll have a better opportunity to like pause and talk about certain things, because there's some details in this one that are pretty good. But we will come back here in about a minute and a half after this commercial break, and we'll get into the No Friends on This Planet video. We're doomed.
I'm Richard from Richard's Pet Wedding Facilities, and I give these stickers away at every pet wedding. The kids love them too. This bag from, what's his name? Wild Dinosaur? Weren't they all wild? What an oxymoron. Anyways, I like to put my special things in this bag. Plus, I'm pretty sure this is my spirit animal.
Life gave me lemons, so I sold them for this sweet baseball tee. Pat, you don't have any baseball tees, do you?
I don't. I had one. I don't know what happened to it though. I had one for Adult League Camarillo softball. I mean,
I remember there was a was it no, it was Mind Game. There was a Mind Game baseball tee they used to have that I really wanted.
I think you had a Jethro one that was really cool.
Oh yeah, I had the Jethro one.
That one was great. That was a great piece.
While we were on our commercial break for our sponsors, thanks wilddinosaur.com. There we go. Anne popped into the chat. Hi, Anne. And she said,
Ann.
Hit Monkey was canceled, by the way. That freaking sucks.
That's disappointing.
That sucks.
Great show.
That show was awesome. I definitely wanted more of that. I almost forgot Jason Sudeikis was
he was
like one of the main voices on that.
Mm-hmm.
So we all know why we're here today. Why are we here, Pat?
We're here to talk about the No Friends on This Planet music video.
Yeah.
Which dropped last year, 2021. Vintage.
It's vintage. It's aged like a fine wine.
Oh, absolutely.
It was made from not grapes, not even berries, really.
It was made from alien DNA.
Fermented alien DNA. And yeah, let's just get started with it. Let's see.
Let's jump right in.
Let's start off. Oh no, it's buffering. So I can pause a little bit better now. So these pictures were really fun.
Oh yeah, I had a good time with these.
I had to Photoshop a lot of these.
And then printing them out at CVS was pretty fun too.
I forget, was that in Chico?
It was, yeah, the CVS in Chico.
We shot some of this in Chico, California. And yeah, I forgot to print these out, so we had to go do that at CVS.
I think they came out pretty well.
The wolf.
Oh yeah, this shot right here is pretty good. Look at that mask.
Now this fancy shot, if you were to ask me, oh, where did you shoot this? Did you shoot this at, oh, I don't know, Northridge College, or did you shoot this at a church? Actually, I shot it on a green screen in my living room, right next to the fireplace. And that's my fat belly right there in the.
Oh, there's the keyboard.
Yeah. Our farturia. I have to.
I don't know who came up with the patty cake idea, but it ended up working out pretty well.
I think it was mine. When I was, because I originally just wanted to do that shot of like you standing there and then me walking into frame like super close to you, and then I was like, maybe we should make out or something. But I knew you wouldn't be down, so it's like patty cake.
Yeah, a nice compromise.
Yeah. Now all of these shots of the masks in front of that's some stock footage right there.
I thought that was you for the longest time.
No. And then this was shot in Chico as well at the old spot up there. Now you can see the lights on right there in the mirror, and now it's off.
Sorry, minor details.
See, it's on again. Yeah, this is all.
Man, I love this. I love this sweatshirt.
Quarantine, yeah.
Yeah, quarantine you.
I think that was one of the first shots we did. It was like maybe like pretty quick into starting shooting.
Oh yeah, it was. We all those Chico shots we did first.
All of these shots of the like taking off the hood, all of them are me one night in my room.
You just rifled right through it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna knock out a bunch of these.
I mentioned it before. I have a small green screen that I can pop up, and I popped it up in here and was just doing lighting tests, and the lighting tests were working for me, so I was just like, I'll just do them all real quick so I don't have to get Pat back here for. It was just really to save some time in the middle of doing like lighting tests, which if you look, you can see some of the keying around the shoulders is not like the best, but whatever, I didn't care.
A lot of walking in this video.
Yeah, we went to a couple of different places to shoot this. This shot is Wildwood, in Westlake or
Thousand
Oaks. Yeah, we walked around with the gimbal one day there. Same spot.
Wildwood. And there were just by the way, there were people here.
Yeah, there were people here.
There were like quite a few people around, but I didn't care.
This shot is not done at Wildwood. This was done at Corriganville in Simi Valley, which is where Joey King's from.
Yeah, she's from the park. You would also never guess that it's a different park because the scenery is very similar.
Yeah, similar landscape. I mean, they're, 15-20 minute drive from each other.
Yeah, not much more than that.
So this is at Corriganville, and I remember people stopping to be like, "Oh my god, they're filming," and I was like, "Oh, that's all good. We're just dumbasses." This shot,
not a real shoot.
I loved this shot because I think there were people around, and I was up on top of a rock where you'll see Pat on top of later, and this was just a good shot of him getting from one end of the screen to
Again,
the
a
other.
lot of walking in this video.
Yeah,
walking looking for his friends.
Pat doesn't need to walk ever again. Now this was a choice that I made with the like lens warp thing. I think that's what I used for the like cut right there.
I think it was a solid transition.
It worked better than I expected.
Add a little more flair, a little more pizzazz.
Yeah, and this was all still at Wildwood. So this is the rock that I was standing on when I was shooting Pat walking through that one area. This is at Corriganville.
This is a great rock.
Yeah, so Corriganville has some film history. I'm gonna get into it real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Because we still got 20 minutes left, and we're halfway done with the video.
Video goes quick.
Well, it's it's 4:20, bro.
It's 4:19.
Well, there was like a couple of seconds of like keyframes for the video, so it's technically 4:20, but YouTube sometimes will shorten it by like a fraction of a second.
YouTube censored your length.
Yeah. I'm 7 inches. Just kidding. YouTube said otherwise. This rock is at Corriganville, which Corriganville has a history. It's an old like movie ranch. They filmed a bunch of stuff back in the day.
The Errol Flynn Robin Hood.
They filmed some of that there. They filmed some of that. There's like a couple of scenes there. They actually filmed some of that in Chico too.
Oh, nice. At
Bidwell Park.
Bidwell Park.
Yeah, and Gone with the Wind up there too. The opening shot of Gone with the Wind.
Sweet ass park.
Is Bidwell Park in Chico. Corriganville. I always like looking at the ditch. It was an old like lake, man-made lake type deal, and there was a 1940s or 50s Tarzan TV show. I think it was 50s, and he swings off, or he dives off a giant rock into some water. That's at Corriganville, and that lake that he jumps into was a man-made lake. And there's even old like areas where they would like have concrete rooms with plexiglass up for the cameras to shoot like underwater shots back in those days. And that's all still there. You can walk around. Pat and I go there sometimes
just for a quick hike.
Yeah, just to get out of the house. But yeah, this rock is on part of the walk around Corriganville. It's on the other side of I guess the big rock mountain hill area from the lake. There's a path that goes like in a circular loop around Corriganville, and this was just on a random hiking trail in the middle of like an intersection with a bunch of people where a bunch of people could walk by, and they did.
It was a little frightening to walk up to the edge of that rock with the mask on because I couldn't see completely. Yeah, I could only see like the peripheral, just the little eye slits from the mask. And I was afraid that I was going to fall off to my death.
Yeah, and people were there. There was people like...
Again, I wasn't concerned.
Watching. It was great. It's like, this is probably the first time I've seen you not really give a shit about people in this kind of capacity.
All right, I'm more nervous right now than I was when shooting that video.
But I do really like this shot.
The TV one? Oh, this one right here.
Yeah. Oh no, the rock shot. But
the rock shot is the best.
Some of my favorite cinematography that I've done is in this video.
Oh, these are really good.
The whip pans.
Yeah, the whip pans.
There's the same rock again. Man, this keyboard. So the keyboard I wanted is like a through line from like, it was gifted from his, this alien that lived on another planet. This was gifted to him by his like superior officer.
Yeah.
And he still has it to like jam. But We definitely destroyed this keyboard. It was old, didn't really
function.
Didn't really function. It sat in Ian's garage for a long time, and it was best used as a prop. So we used it to the full extent, and then we left it in the trash can at the park.
Our dumping ground.
But I didn't want to get in trouble for it being an Arturia keyboard, so I put an F at the beginning.
Clever.
Farturia. Got him. Yeah, we're back to the Chico spot. I don't know if you guys can understand alien writing, but they have a star sign and a pound sign, much like our English language, and they use them to censor themselves in this note that says "fuck it, we out." Just if that was over anyone's head.
I like that zoom right there.
I tried to do. There's a film effect that I like that's done in camera called the Dolly Zoom, and it's in a lot of stuff. It's in like that famous scene in Jaws where Brody's sitting on the beach and they do like a zoom in. So what you do with the camera is you either zoom in or zoom out, and alternative at the same time you're zooming in or out, but the opposite way that you're moving, and so it keeps the subject relatively close, but the thing in the background, like the background, gains distance, and often used for like in film as like
somebody's like losing their mind.
Like disoriented of sorts.
Fear
basically.
and loathing in Las Vegas when they go to the Circus place.
Yeah, and I want to get better at that actually. This tell the people the name of that technique. It's called the Dolly Zoom. Dolly Zoom, like DOLLY ZOOM. Yeah, it's a really cool technique.
Named after the original clone sheep.
Dolly. Yes. I wanted to do dolly zooms, and I still need to practice doing them better. But what I did here was I just zoomed in. I think the dolly zoom. I think what I did was I just either zoomed in with the lens or walked closer towards you. I don't remember exactly, but then in post, I resized the image to you. It's like it's the poor man's dolly zoom. So if you don't have like all of the equipment to, like like if you don't have multiple people to help you like rack focus while you're zooming in and out, and somebody to push the dolly and somebody to like zoom in and out on the lens for you, then an easy way to do that in post is to just do it one way and then do it opposite in the edit. So like shrink. So if you're zooming in, maybe you want to shrink or not shrink it down, but like expand the size of the actual video itself. So it kind of it's the poor man's dolly zoom. So that's what I did here, and it works. I wish it was a little bit more.
Oh, there it is, throwing the keyboard off the rock.
Keyboard.
That shot was just a little too quick, but it's still great. Look at that. I like the arms up after the throw.
That's some real like Olympic like discus thrower.
That's what I was going for. Yeah.
What's the next Olympics? Do you know?
The next Olympics.
In my head, it's just always Kyoto.
Well, the last one was Tokyo. And then in 2024. Oh man.
Is it summer or winter? It's gonna be winter, right?
Winter is this year.
Okay, I don't pay attention to this stuff, so I don't know. But anyways,
right? I mean, I would think so. I don't know. Who knows?
Next year.
But in 2020, is it 2028 that it's going to be in LA?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
The Olympics are coming back to Los Angeles.
First time since '84.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's my year.
I'm excited. I'm going to try to go. Actually, I mean, if I'm around.
Ryan says, "Good job, Pat."
Oh, thanks, Ryan.
Good job on the discus throwing.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
He had to train for like 6 weeks.
I did a lot of heavy lifting.
How to throw discus.
Lifting of prescription vials.
So we're back to these TV shots. There's just something I needed for filler. Yeah, all of these, like putting the hood on. Oh God. All right, these.
Oh yes.
There's just so many shots, like one after another.
This was hilariously the most painful shot in the entire thing for me because I had to balance on top of whatever it was.
I think it was my amp. I think I had my amp out.
That hurts.
It was a flat top where I could put like a green blanket or something down and key it out. And
I was just like, hurry up and get the shot. Get the shot.
Pat had to lay across it. Yeah, those goggles I got at Disneyland. Those are Spider-Man goggles I got at Disneyland.
Pat made the video.
I love this like side shot. I even put like rocket booster flames on your feet just for shits.
I love how it's you could actually like see the air like being heated.
Yeah.
There's a vapor trail coming off.
Well, this is I literally took like a green screen of
it's an actual rocket.
Yeah, you can get I think I like downloaded off of like YouTube or something, but it's just a like green background and a 3D object, and it was like a jet engine or something like that, and I think your feet are just covering the engine part. The goggles.
Oh, and the jamming shot's really good too.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh man, those spinning shots took me like 2 or 3 days to figure out how to get right. I was originally gonna do like a top-down shot of it spinning, so you could see like the keys on the keyboard. It was a real nightmare to get it done. I think I have like the right kind of stands to do that kind of stuff now, better than what I was trying to do before. But
you made it work.
Yeah, I did make it work. It took me a while to figure that out, but just these keyboard shots. I mean, you're an Olympic level discus thrower. I had to represent that somehow.
Yeah. Look at that. It's going through some crazy nebula cloud.
He threw it literally off planet.
That's that alien strength.
All of those were these like taken off the hood shots were done in like 10 minutes.
Back to Corganville.
Yeah.
The lizard man.
Back at court. So this is actually part of that ditch. This is there's a bridge that you can walk over when you're hiking around Corganville to get over that Tarzan ditch I was telling you guys about. This is on the other side of the bridge from that.
Tarzan boy.
And the concrete there is what they use to like dam up the area to fill it with water for those water shots.
Yo, dude, you dropped this.
He's your keyboard.
Yeah, those are some of my favorites. Those wet pans.
Those wet pans, yeah. Literally, just Pat sitting in one spot and then me sitting in the same spot later, and then, and yeah, you had to do the whip on that.
Yeah. On
one of them.
And of course, back to the patty cake.
I mean, I think this describes the whole video in general. Just like, you've got no friends. Psych, right here, bitch.
Yeah, this alien monster guy. Nosferatu.
I forgot to put those back in.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's the classic, like, end of a amateur video for sure. Is the, like, turn. But yeah, this was really fun. This was just one night on the green screen in the living room. Go back a little bit so you can see.
I like how you made it look like there were 3 people there.
Yeah, it's definitely just me
Mirrored.
duplicated. And you can even see the video loop, like, at some point. It's right.
What if it's Leatherface?
If you watch me, you'll see me loop, or like right there. It jumps back to the beginning.
I had some sweet dance moves right there.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
And those gold suit, that gold suit,
shot.
that gold suit was the hottest fucking thing I've ever worn, I think, in my life. The thing just captures all the sweat and you're just in there and like no breathability.
It's like a reverse wetsuit. It just traps the
it traps the moisture
water
in.
Yeah. Oh, that's what we need for fish so they can walk on land.
Wait, you like fish?
Fuck. I walked right into that. Shout out to the couple we saw at the King Gizzard concert a couple months back.
Yeah, that were huge fish fans apparently, because as soon I can't remember what you said, but it was something that had nothing
to do with fish. I literally just mentioned the actual like
something about fish.
Animals,
yeah,
fish. I just said, and the girl like turns around. You like fish? Like, no, I don't like fish. I'm not a hater.
To be fair to them, they were a bit under the influence.
Oh, they were totally fucked up. They were totally.
I was trying to be nice about it.
Influence. I mean, we don't know their names. We don't know their jobs.
We don't know them.
Yeah, but hopefully, I did. I had a bunch of stickers, Wild Dinosaur stickers, and as the concert ended, the dude was like still super messed up, and I was like, hey, good to meet you guys, and I palmed him like 5 or 6 stickers.
Hell yeah.
Like, peace out. Hope you have a good night.
And then you got a shout out on the shirt too when we were leaving the parking garage from that concert. I think that was the time.
Oh yeah, from the the
parking attendant.
The parking attendant. Yeah, that was cool. I think I gave them a business card or a sticker or something. Well, I keep more stickers in my car now, so
you got the sticker packs.
I got those sticker packs. They're available
from by DM via DM.
Slide in those DMs and those Demogorgons.
Slide right in head first, feet first, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, baseball slide for sure. Just go for the gold. The more, honestly, I hate to put myself in this position, but the more edgy, not edgy, but like the more you go for it, I might just give you stickers instead of charging.
Yeah, I don't know. Depends on what you're willing to share there in the DMs.
Yeah, what you got for me? Tell me about your family life.
Keep it appropriate.
Yeah, no, let's keep it appropriate. Pat's single, by the way.
So is John. He might have not wanted that to get out there on the stream, but yeah.
No, I'm dating myself.
Where are you at, ladies?
I'm in a real me era. I'm in a real attitude era.
Nice. Can you smell?
Well, anything else you want to say about the No Friends video? I mean, that
we had a lot of fun making it. Was a lot of hard work, though, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it doesn't appear that we spent a lot of time doing it, we did. We spent a ton of time.
Yeah, my Instagram profile says something along the lines of "it still takes hard work to make something shitty."
Absolutely true.
It's true.
And I don't think that was shitty though.
Oh no, I love that video.
Yeah.
It's
I had a lot of fun making that song too.
It's my favorite video.
We put a lot of work into that song. The mix was.
We didn't talk about that at all. That song was a nightmare for me. Pat started that track. You started with the drums and the synth, right?
I did, yeah.
And I just stole it from
and the bass, and I think I did the bass too.
And I just straight stole it from you. I was like, I'm taking this shit. No, I got home. I think we were working on something together, or I think I helped you arrange it.
Yeah, I think that's probably what we were doing.
And then I was like, send me the stems and I'll put guitar on it. And then I put guitar on it and I was like, this is my song now. What did Ryan say? I'll say this: the stickers material is quality. I've yet to slap them on local crap house, but I know scraping them off the front of the door is going to be a royal pain in the ass. Yeah. Ryan got some stickers. They're all vinyl. Both the stickers you get on the website they're individual and they come in different sizes. But the sticker packs I have, they're 3-inch squared, except for the Wild Dinosaur logo. It's circle, but they're 3-inch vinyl stickers, so they are good quality. I've had a Wild Dinosaur sticker on the back of my car for months now, and it hasn't really faded yet.
No, it still looks
good. Nice. So
I know which know which car is yours based on that sticker.
Yeah, because I have a car that looks like every other car.
Yeah.
It's not a Tesla, thank God.
Oh,
but
geez. How many Teslas did we see on Saturday?
I
lost count.
don't know if there is counting anymore.
Oh, I sadly feel like eventually the way that we're heading, every car is going to be a Tesla. And
I hope not.
Yeah.
Teslas are garbage.
Not that it's just not exciting.
Teslas are garbage.
I'm sure they're not garbage.
They're garbage.
They're garbage.
Coming from a guy who can't afford one, they're garbage. Yeah, so the track, Pat started and I commandeered it, and then I had it and was like working on it for maybe a couple months, I think. And I had like a rough draft mix of it minus vocals, but I think it already started vocals at that point. And as the song started to come together, I was like, oh no, this is going to get turned into a video. And I started storyboarding the video, which there's been a weird process for me of working, making a track and then working on the video, and the video helps me write the lyrics, which might sound weird, but it's been helpful. And that was a process for me on that track.
Everybody's process is different. If you do video first and then the video inspires the lyrics, so be it.
Yeah. Well,
I don't see any issue with that.
I'd like to work in other ways. Maybe a little bit more of a like songwriter. So I have things up front to work with. But I was cleaning out my computer one night and I was going through Logic, and there's a little area that gives you a drop down that says you can clean up unused tracks, and I accidentally clicked used, and it was a permanent delete on that rough mix that I'd had, and I screamed into a pillow for like a half hour. I boxed that same pillow. I took it on in a fight 1-on-1 and I lost, and it made me sad. And then I realized not long later, Pat still had all of the stems, and I had luckily, I don't always do this, or I didn't always do this in the past, but I had tabbed out all of my guitar parts, which was a matter of just getting those stems back. And I had a bounce down like MP3 of what it originally sounded like, so I knew how to structure it. I knew where things went, so it was it wasn't terrible to redo the track, but it did suck. And I learned nothing from the process.
Not backing up.
Oh yeah,
it really changed the procedure, but yeah, I mean, just be more careful.
It was backed. The project wasn't backed up, but yeah, it was the files. I think even if I had backed up it was the individual stems that got deleted. So even I think the backup would have. I don't know.
Wow.
I'm a dumbass.
Anyway, we made it work.
Yeah.
It all came together.
Yeah, and then we shot this video and we all cried about it.
Quite a few mixing sessions.
Yeah, quite a few. What would Ryan say? Wait until the real auto manufacturers go all in on.
Oh yeah.
Oh, exactly.
It won't be all. It really won't be all Tesla.
No, it won't be, and that's I think one of the reasons why Tesla is so popular is because like none of the other big car manufacturers are doing that. The electric.
You have like a handful of cars that are available, but it's nothing like what it's going to be.
Once like the Honda Civic is an electric vehicle, then like we're
for
all,
the same price as the current Honda Civic.
Yeah. But Tesla's garbage. Fuck Elon Musk. Anything else you want to say?
I just that I agree with that statement.
Well, if you guys haven't watched the No Friends video outside of this live stream, do me a favor and go back and watch it. I'm really trying to get my view count up. To monetize this channel, you have to have a certain amount of hours of watch time, and I'm still pretty low. The live streams are really helping me out. I appreciate everybody being here and watching all of it. but I do more than the live stream stuff. As you've seen, the Dark John stuff in the commercials. But go through this channel and check out old music videos I've made. I'm a musician first and foremost, so that was the intention of this YouTube channel, was to just have my music on here. And yeah, if you guys want to check out that No Friends video, there's the Smell the Rain video that we did last week?
Yeah, we talked about that one last week.
And we don't really have anything planned for another music video, but I'm sure something. Well, we do have one. It's a lot of stock footage, and there's going to be some animation in it. It'll be our final New Pants track before we move on to another project. And then I have music I'm working on. Pat has music he's working on. And I don't think I've said this to you, Pat, but if there is a track that you're working on that like might be a really good single, let's talk about doing a video for it. I'll definitely help you with that. Let's see. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. Tomorrow I might talk about tomorrow is the Miss Marvel finale, and Pat, I think you said you're going to be back on Thursday, right?
Yeah, I'll be back on Thursday, and we'll be talking about the Miss Marvel.
We'll talk about Miss Marvel
just the entire series. But
yeah. Well,
yeah,
and
no spoilers.
We'll go into like the overall. We might get into mild spoilers for context purposes, but we might. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that I guess it's tonight at midnight. It comes out, but Pat will be back on Thursday to talk about it. And I don't know what I'm talking about tomorrow yet. Maybe The Boys. I finished The Boys. The Boys is over.
Oh, it's over? I need to catch up.
Yeah, you're like a couple episodes back, right?
I am,
You're still on
quite
this
a
new
few.
season.
Yeah. I still have like 3 or 4 episodes to watch.
Okay. So yeah, I'll talk about The Boys tomorrow, probably. Unless something else comes up, unless, aliens invade, and I just like need to do a full episode just welcoming our alien overlords, and just making sure that we don't get killed off.
That might be more than a few episodes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do some real legwork here.
Some rebranding.
You hungry?
I am.
Let's go get some food.
I'm in.
All right, we're gonna call it a day. I hope you guys have a good rest of your evening.
Thanks for joining us.
Pat, where on social media can everybody find you?
They can't, but that's okay.
Yeah, Pat's not on social media, but you can follow me on Wild Dinosaur on Instagram. I will be posting the Instagram page for me is where I post most of my stuff. That in the website.
They can check out our music though on Spotify, Apple Music, all the major streaming platforms.
Yes,
New Pants.
NUPANTZ.
Gotta add that Z.
Yeah, we're the New Pants, and soon to be Old Pants, or Poopy Pants.
Something new.
Yeah, something new. We don't know yet, but anyways, for Jon Does, I'm Pat.
I'm John.